along the way, we've met so many wonderful people in this whirlwind journey to arrive here today that just reaffirmed everything that we've read or heard about University of Oregon, about Eugene. So we're extremely excited. Can't wait to get to Hayward Field and experience that and hear the buzz and the roar in Autzen Stadium. And Jane's father actually was a sports reporter for the Tacoma News Tribune at one time, and so as a child she visited Hayward Field when her father was covering track meets. So there's a lot of little things about this that just make it feel right.
Hey, Rob, I'm Ron Bellamy from the Register Guardian.
Hi, Ron.
A few questions, if I could. I guess, first of all, you were recently a finalist for the AD job at your alma mater. I mean, just your feelings about not getting that job, and how did that kind of intersect with the Oregon situation?
Well, when one door closes, another one opens. And sometimes the new door that opens is a greater opportunity. So we are right where we want to be. Again, we've had plenty of opportunities to explore the AD positions over in the last several years. We have been very selective. Obviously that changed when we had boys, and the family piece plays into it significantly. So University of Oregon is a tremendous opportunity. There are very select few that we would pursue the way we pursue the University of Oregon, and we are ecstatic to be. This is an elite program that is achieved. When you walk in the building, you see the trophies, and you just get chills. And again, it represents who we are and where we want to be and where we fit.
Have you met Phil Knight? Have you had a chance to talk to him yet? And just your thoughts about dealing with a donor of that stature and involvement?
I was fortunate to talk to Mr. Knight this morning on the drive from Portland to Eugene. Had a very brief introductory conversation, and I look forward to getting to meet him. In this business, when you work at athletic departments that are self-supporting, the support of folks who have a real passion, who share your passion for the university and for the athletic program is important. And everywhere I've been, we've been very fortunate to have that kind of support. And we share a passion, we share goals, and I look forward to working with all the donors and contributors and fans at the University of Oregon.
Hi, Rob. Tom Ward from KVAL TV.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, can you give us a sense for how much guys like Rich Brooks, Mitch Barnhart, who's familiar with this part of the country as well, had in sort of as you were weighing, your options?
Tremendous influence. Both of those people have played a key role in my life. Mitch brought me to the University of Kentucky. He's been a wonderful mentor, an even greater friend. That's one of the tough parts about this. I've had such a wonderful experience due in large part to Mitch and the opportunities that he provided me at the University of Kentucky. Mitch and I started around the same time, and Rich inherited a very difficult situation at the University of Kentucky. The football program had some issues. He took on a challenge that others were afraid of, and I respect him for that. And I respect him even more for how he carried out the plan to return Kentucky football, or to create some greatness in Kentucky football. He did things that the list of first evers under Rich Brooks in Kentucky football are incredible. And through that, there were so many life lessons, and it grew close with him. And he played a key role in my interest in the University of Oregon, because he and Karen both love Eugene, University of Oregon, and he was a tremendous asset to me in life at Kentucky, and specifically in this role. But both of those men have been key mentors for me, and I appreciate everything they've done. I don't know how I can ever repay them, but I'll sure try.
Well, Rich must have told you a little bit about what this place used to look like.
Yeah, we absolutely heard it, because, again, when he arrived at the University of Kentucky, we had some facilities and things in place, but we were short in a number of other areas. And he's got a great vision. He's got a tremendous resolve. And he laid out a plan and there were some major bumps in the road in our progress there, but he was steadfast, he was committed, and you know, that football success is what makes University of Kentucky Athletics Department successful, and I'm very clear that that's, you know, that changes the culture for Kentucky athletics, which provides opportunities for those of us that were on the team that changed the University of Kentucky. So I'm very thankful. Can't wait to talk to him. I think he's playing in the Eugene member guest this morning, so hopefully he's winning.
Hey, Rob. Scott Fleischman with KMTR TV. The one thing that this position has kind of lacked over the last few years has been stability. Obviously, the way you've been talking out here, this is a long-term commitment for you?
Absolutely. I think if you look at my track record, I have added stability. It's important to me. It becomes even more important when you can arrive at a place that is a destination. And Eugene, the University of Oregon, is a destination opportunity. Again, the reasons that we chose to pursue it make it a place we want to be for a long, long time. You know, again, we've talked to many people. The baseball coach at the University of Kentucky grew up in Eugene. And when I talk to him and hear about the experiences that Gary Henderson had growing up in Eugene and what it meant, I cannot wait to get Cooper and Tanner out here. We cannot wait to get Cooper and Tanner out here because it fits who we are. It's where we want to be. So I see us being here a long time.
Dan Corcoran with KEZI TV. Quick question, just to expand upon the question earlier. What are your expectations for the relationship between the university, the athletic department, and Nike and Phil Knight? Can you just expand upon that? And also, you said you talked to him today on the way up here. What did you talk about, if you can talk about that? And also, did you speak to any other major donors aside from him?
It really was just a brief introductory. I wanted to call and introduce myself. And I also had the chance to talk to Mr. Kilkenny, again, to introduce myself and just let them know how excited I was to be at the University of Kentucky, or University of Oregon. Whoops, there's my one. Excited to be at the University of Oregon and how I couldn't wait to get started and look forward to working with the entire Duck family and Duck Nation to achieve greatness. There's a lot of excellence here, but we want to keep that moving forward. I'm sorry, what was the first part of that again?
Well, first of all, did you speak with any other donors aside from
That's all I've talked to.
Okay. And then lastly, do you expect it to play out? I mean, you worked with, I think Nike worked with Kentucky before. Were you part of that relationship before, and how will that transfer to this university?
Yes, I've been at the University of Miami, the University of Maryland, had a few programs, and the University of Kentucky is, of course, an all-school deal with Nike. It's the strongest brand in sports. And we loved our association with them at the University of Kentucky. It's a real advantage to have Nike as a partner, and I've had the opportunity to work with folks in Beaverton as well as some regional folks, and those people have been tremendous professionals, good friends. It's a wonderful company. Again, it's the strongest brand in sports, and it's a unique opportunity at the University of Oregon to have them so invested and be key players.
Rob, welcome. Gary Horowitz with the Statesman
Thanks,
Journal.
Gary.
You come at an interesting time in college athletics with the recent expansion of the Pac-10 and what's going on possibly with super conferences across the country. Can you share some of your thoughts on what you're seeing in college sports?
Yeah, I'll have to change my views. Obviously, when you're sitting in the Southeastern Conference, it's a different view than when you're in the moving to the Pac-10 or the Pac-12. But it was a very interesting time in our business. Really, with the discussions that were going on, it had the potential to be a, historic moment. And I'm excited to engage in the discussions related to what's going on in the Pac-10 and how that impacts Oregon and what's important to the University of Oregon. My job will be to get up to speed on the specifics with the Pac-10, to make sure I understand what University of Oregon's goals are relative to that, and then make sure that I'm communicating with the president on what the coaches and staff relate to me.